Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Broku, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball video. I just want to let you guys know that I am still sick, so this recording sounds kind of bad. That's why, but I want to get videos out for you guys, but hopefully I do get better soon. Also, guys, I just started a brand new channel called GT Sports, and of course, it's about sports, but it is actually going to be mainly about football and basketball. Please, guys, go to subscribe this channel. I just uploaded a video. It is this team that won a state championship with only 6 players. So please, guys, go check that out. I think you guys will enjoy it. So the whole Sidra versus Toppo debate has been really springing up because of what has happened in episodes 125 and 126 in Dragon Ball Super, where Toppo revealed his God Destruction powers and showed off his own Hakai attack. Toppo's attack was far more powerful than Sidra's was when he used his against Golden Frieza. But that does not mean that Toppo is actually stronger than Sidra. Also, the fact that Sidra said he gave some of his destruction energy to his minion doesn't mean that Sidra is stronger than Toppo either. But what we do know for a fact is that Toppo's energy he used against Frieza was at a way higher power than what Sidra did against Frieza. It is really hard to gauge who is stronger, but I would say that it is actually Toppo who would actually win in a fight. Now, I'm not saying that he is 100% stronger. I just think, in my personal opinion, that Toppo is the stronger of the two. I just think that he's stronger, but my mind could be changed if you guys provide some good arguments in the comments down below. But the first thing we do need to state right away is that, for sure, 100%, Sidra's energy was much less than Toppo's in the tournament of power. Now, I'm not saying that Sidra is stronger or weaker from that point. I'm just saying the energy that they both used, the level they put out, Toppo's was stronger. So let's show the comparison. Toppo's blast easily defeated Golden Frieza, reverted him to his regular form, and just really destroyed him. It kind of fucked him up. Now, when you compare this to Sidra's attack, it first engulfed Golden Frieza because he let it happen, and Frieza was showing visibly that it was hurting him. But it was all a joke, as the attack wasn't doing anything against him. In fact, he essentially laughed about it. Golden Frieza effortlessly tanked the damage of it. It was a little bit hard for him to control it, but he eventually did gain control of it. And then Frieza would then toss his Hakai energy at Goku. And Goku, in his base form, essentially tanked it as well. Now, yes, it was hurting him, but Goku lasted the attack for over a minute, and he was actually even able to gain some minor control over it. Keep in mind, this was Goku's base form, but then it would eventually grow in power and essentially overpower Goku. Beerus would arrive, and he would show up and blow it away and blow it off of Goku. Now, people are saying, oh, Sidra just gave him a small amount of energy. But Sidra was planning to kill Goku and Frieza. And it's not like Sidra didn't see Goku fight and did not know the extent of his powers. In fact, he saw Goku, Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken against his own fighter, Bergamo, and then he also saw him fight against Toppo. So Sidra should know the actual power needed to erase Goku. Yet, this attack did not do shit to him in his base form. And again, people are going to say that, well, Sidra didn't use much of his power, which could be true. That does not explain that he used an attack with the intent to kill a Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. And yet, it barely did anything to his own base form. Now, yes, people like to use who were on the side of Toppo being stronger than Sidra, where Rose said that Golden Frieza would be a better God Destruction than Sidra. And yeah, Ro does say this, and it doesn't mean anything about power. It means that Frieza would be a better God Destruction and do the job better. But when Sidra says if Frieza betrays them, if he had them join the Universe 9 team, Sidra would just destroy him. And Ro questions Sidra's ability to do this. Ro would know the extent of the power of Sidra. Sidra would know this too, but when he says he could defeat Golden Frieza, he could just be saying that because of his pride of being a god of destruction. When I add up all these facts, this really does make me question Sidra's ability to be stronger than Toppo. Now, in the manga, he was probably way stronger, but we were only going to be discussing the anime. This is such a massive power gap that even if Sidra used 1% of his power, his 100% would still be far weaker than Toppo's. This is through scaling, as base Goku and final form Frieza were similar in power, and so were Super Saiyan Blue and Golden. And Super Saiyan Blue is way over a 400 times multiplier. So yes, even if Sidra used 1% or even 0.1% of his own power, for that matter, he would still be weaker than Toppo. Now, you might be saying, how could Sidra be this weak if Sidra is a god of destruction? Well, in the grand scheme of things, Sidra, he would be really weak, especially for God Destruction, but Even Goku in his base form at this point, where he tanked Sidra's attacks, was many times stronger than his Super Saiyan God self that fought Beerus. And Super Saiyan God Goku was a universal threat. So Sidra, even weaker than base Goku, he would still be a multi-universal threat, and could still do his job as a God of Destruction. And he could just be the weakest God of Destruction of them all, which would make sense because Universe 9 is the fodder universe, and their whole point was them to be fodder. So it just makes sense. Now I'm going to mention something from the manga. Now I know that I said I wasn't going to be mentioning the manga, but this isn't anything to do with the power scaling involved. But when Mastered Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta gets completely dicked on by Beerus, Beerus said that Vegeta could be a God of Destruction in a different universe, which implies that the other gods in the other universes are much weaker, which would make sense for Sidra to be much weaker because of what he did against Golden Frieza. But anyways guys, that's what I think. I think Toppo is stronger than Sidra. Not saying that's 100% fact, it is just what I think. After rewatching these episodes and seeing this, Sidra is probably just the weakest God of Destruction and couldn't do jack shit against Toppo or Super Saiyan Blue Goku. But anyways guys, what do you think down below? Is Sidra weaker or is Toppo weaker? Who's the strongest? Who would win in a fight? Let me know down below, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to see more of my videos. And please join my Discord and follow me on Twitter. And thanks to all my Patreon supporters, Zachtrotaku and Hodag Hunter. Those are my Super Saiyans. Thanks to my Super Saiyan 2s, Darius, Israel Flores, Dutch Gamer Monkey, Connor Trigg, Locke, Gerald Herbert, Anime Paradox, Griffin Jacob, and Mystic Ghoul. And thanks to my Super Saiyan 3s, Scotland Serenity, Daraj Payton, Sin Overlord 17, Badass Thug, and the really awesome dude that only supports Broku on Patreon. Thank you guys so much for all the support on my Patreon. It really does mean a lot, and it really does help me out. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. Peace out.